I finally have the updated book review of the second book and the ACOTAR series for A Court of Mist and Fury. I finally finished this and I'm actually already halfway-ish through the third book, A Court of Wings and Ruin. I'm on like page 305 of the third book. At the end of this video, where like my review so far in that book. This one. As you guys know, after I read the first book, I was Team Tamlin, like a lot of us are. I specifically remember thinking when I read that book, there is no way I am not going to be a Team Tamlin girl, whoever this other guy is that Book Talk is talking about. Like, he's not, no, he's not going to swoon me. Of course, I was wrong. Tamlin is terrible. He's trash. We don't like him. Absolutely not. Even if Tamlin had a redemption arc, I don't think I would ever forgive him for the things that he did. I definitely did begin to start to analyze the things that he did to Feyre or didn't do for her in the first book. Started to reevaluate the things that Rhys did for her. I know I had previously said I felt like Rhys and Feyre were going to, or they did trauma bond, and that was kind of the tie. Obviously, we know that there's another reason why they feel tied together. Aside from that, I think he just genuinely had her best interest at heart, along with, I don't want to give away too many spoilers in this review. We all know the other reason why he was helping her. I just think he had better intentions than Tamlin did. He actually like genuinely cared about Feyre and wasn't just using her for, you know, her goods. Court of Mist and Fury, I really love this book. I don't think I ever really put it down. I read through it pretty quickly. Like, I'm kind of a slow reader, and I read through this one pretty quickly, stayed up late, sacrificed sleep to finish it. And in terms of the spicy chapters that everyone talks about, I forget exactly which one. I think it's like what, chapter 43, and then like questionably 53, 54, and 55. So the chapters are great. Like, yes, they live up to the hype, just depending on what type of level of spice you like. It honestly might be a little underwhelming for some of you. I thought it was fine. I thought it was just right, especially like just in the terms of the category that the book falls in. However, they are not my favorite chapters. Here is where I wish I would have annotated the book, because I kind of don't remember exactly which chapter where certain things happened that I really liked. I do personally just like how emotionally Feyre and Rhys connected to each other during this journey. For me, I'm someone that gets emotional attachment based off of words and actions, not so much like intimacy in the way of like spice. Things before that like get me to really like someone. There were chapters in here where he would say things or do things for Feyre that actually tugged at my heartstrings a lot more, and that I actually enjoyed reading a little bit more than the spice. Personally, don't hate me for saying that. I'm just a hopeless romantic at heart. I don't know. That's just how I am. Like, those are the kind of books, like some of my favorite books don't even have any spice in them, and it's just because of the fact of like the love between the two characters was seen in other ways, if that makes sense. But regardless, this book I think is for anyone who falls under either category. It's a really great fantasy fiction book, especially because I was someone that had tried fantasy fiction before and I was not a fan. It was really hard for me to get into. World building is hard for my brain sometimes. Like, I'm someone who visually learns and visually and audibly, like that's how my brain perceives things. Really good, I would say, starter books if you're someone that is interested in getting into fantasy fiction. These are a great place to start. I got my whole set. So I got all 5 books off Amazon, if I remember correctly. And at the time, they were only like $51. So that's like $10 a book. Obviously, they're paperback and they don't have, like, I know there's different covers and different, like, styles of the book that you can get. So live your life, but that's how I did mine. I'll give you guys a very brief current review of where I'm at with A Court of Wings and Ruin, just because this video is probably going to be really long. I will do my best to edit it down. I'm up to page 305 right now. People feel about Feyre and Nesta. It seems like the internet's kind of split between the two. Like, some people love Feyre, some people love Nesta, some people hate Feyre, and some people hate Nesta. As of right now, I will tell you guys that I do relate to Feyre. I feel like I had been in her shoes before, where she came from before she came high fae, and I've dealt with a Nesta, and it's not fun. A nasty Nesta. That's what I'm going to call her, nasty Nesta, because as of right now, that is how I feel about her. I think she's not as bad as the Nesta I had to deal with in real life. However, the one in this book, I'm hoping she has some more character development, some kind of redemption arc. Right now, she's kind of just a little brat, you know? I understand she went through some things. I don't want to spoil too much, but like I understand a little bit of why the way she is that she is. However, she just has like no room for growth right now. It just feels like she's very resistant to change. She is just like set in her own ways and like I don't like people like that. I don't get along with people like that and I'm sorry. Hopefully I don't offend anyone, but if I do, I'm sorry. Like I don't know what to tell you. I just don't like people like that. So I don't like Nesta and I don't really care for her. I don't really care for her and Cassian. We'll see how their love story develops. This is just how I'm feeling currently. I could change just like I did last time. I am more curious for Elaine to open up and fully embrace who she is now as a high fae. I don't really care for Lucian like I told you guys. So I want to see like how that happens, like how that whole thing works out, how she either rejects him or if they give it a chance. And I kind of want to know what happens with Azriel and this other character. Again, don't want to give away too many spoilers. I don't know if I will meet the other person that's going to be involved in this story in this book, or if it happens later on, we'll see. But as of right now, I don't like Nesta. I don't like her at all. I understand that we have other characters that are being developed and the story is going to shift over and we won't have so much of Feyre and Reese. It'll kind of go to everyone else. And I'm fine with that. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I just really hope Nesta has some type of character development or nasty Nesta has a reason for being nasty and that it'll serve for the greater good later on because as of right now, she's just kind of annoying and I don't really care for it personally. I don't want to say it's a slower paced book. Like I don't think that. I think the only reason why maybe myself and other people have struggled to read more of it is like for me personally, I kind of have exhaustion from it. So I've been trying to kind of balance like doing other things and then taking some time to read. I wanted to figure out what was going to happen with Feyre and Reese. It's hyped up a lot on like the internet. I don't really think the other love stories are really hyped up as much as Feyre and Reese's. So I feel like that's why a lot of us are struggling with these other books because like I said, it shifts over. However, I still don't think it's a bad read. I still love the world building, the character building that's going on. I know that a lot of what's going to happen in these next couple of books do impact the other series that Sarah J. Maas writes. So I'm going to do my best. And when I'm reading it, I'm trying not to just skim through it. Like I'm actually trying to, when I'm reading it, visualize what's going on, actually comprehend what's happening, and even like try to remember some of these key little details that I think might show up in the other books. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Hope to finish this soon and then I can give you guys an updated review and maybe my opinion on Nesta has changed. So we'll see. If you guys made it this far in the review, I'll try to like clip it down. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of A Court of Mist and Fury. And if you read A Court of Wings and Ruin, also let me know. Just don't spoil anything. I unfortunately did see how this one kind of ends already because book talk of course spoiled it. I want to know anything else right now, so just try your best to give a review without giving out too much information. Just so you guys know, I'm not a book talk expert. I literally just like enjoy reading for fun, and these are just my personal reviews and hopefully they'll help someone else that is like me and it was kind of scared to get into fantasy fiction, felt a little overwhelmed by it. Like I said, these are good. It's a good starter series for you. If you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.